Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rachelle and I am doing a reading for Pisces in all placements. Starting with some prosperity dust. My Jupiter is in Pisces. Fun fact. Alright, I'm getting some angel cards. Birth. We've got an angel holding the baby. Surrender. Angel on top of a hill holding a white flag. Surrendering to a birth. Yeah, let's just see. I'm going to go over here to the Wisdom of the Oracle. Time for a nap in reverse. 24. Uh-oh, round and round in reverse. 25. Uh-oh. Not for you in reverse. Number 6. Let me see. You're stuck on the merry-go-round from hell. What's going on here? Doing something, pursuing something that you're completely ignoring the red flags. But what is this time for a nap? You are a human being, not a human doing. Is it possible you're suffering from workaholism? Could you be the one who thinks it's your job to save everyone, to be there for everyone, and to go, go, go until you can barely see straight? You've gone as far as you can. So you're working or doing stuff at this frantic pace, and it's draining you, it's depleting you. Maybe it seems like this is something that it's like a compulsive need to just keep staying busy, keep staying active, keep being productive, because you're not you're not contributing to society if you're not always active and busy. And whatever you're doing, it's not for you, but you're ignoring that completely. Maybe because of this compulsive need to keep going, you don't have time to stop and take stock, assess what's working and what's not. There are huge issues here that you either don't want to face, or you're afraid to face, or you're so busy you haven't even thought about it. But if you did, you'd be like, yeah, this really isn't working out for me so well. Let me go over to the Heart's Hidden Secrets. Kitty fur. Perspective, better off, happiness, clear head space. I don't think I've ever picked this card before. Longing, craving, aching, wanting. Are you longing for a clear headspace? You want something here. Oh geez, this keeps coming out. Abandoned, left out, walked away, cold. I think this has shown up 3 or 4 times in this series, even though I don't even use this deck every time. Now I've got something in my eye. Probably Probably a little bit of kitty fur. It gets everywhere. It could be the kind of thing where you're gaining a new perspective after feeling abandoned somehow, realizing you're better off. But with this longing here, it's like you could be in a situation that is, you're better off, but you're still longing for something that once was, where you walked away or someone else walked away. You know, if this is like if you were rejected, it could be where you want what you can't have simply because that feeling of rejection creates that feeling of like, oh, I want what I can't have. I'm not sure. Let me go over to the Osho Zen Tarot. Slowing down, Page of Rainbows. Okay, this is good. Well, let me see. Because slowing down, this is the new perspective. This is realizing that you're happier when you're not going at a frantic pace. That you're able to clear your head space when you slow down. Give yourself time to pause, time to rest. Oh, the dream. I see. 6 of water. See. Okay, let me get one more. Beyond illusion. Okay, that's Scorpio energy. Judgment. So it seems like you've been trying to distract yourself. There's this... There's been this kind of story you've been telling yourself that someone's gonna come along and save you. This is a part of the longing, the craving, the aching, the wanting. Wishing that if you just had the right... in this, like, this kind of implies wanting a romantic partner, that's going to bring you happiness that you don't have right now. You're not going to feel lonely anymore. You're going to have, someone's going to come along and save you, and then all your worries will be gone. It doesn't have to be romantic, though. That can apply to just about anything. Thinking that some kind of external change is going to fix you, is going to make you happy. The thing with that type of thinking, though, is that it keeps you stuck because you're forgetting that your happiness is an inside job. Nothing outside of you can make you happy. Only you can make you happy. I often refer to the postcard on my wall that says, happiness is not a state to arrive at, but a method of traveling. And so this is you here longing for something, but that longing, that wanting is what is keeping you stuck, is keeping you in the same cycle. And that could be, attracting people who aren't good for you, or it could be have to do with perpetually sabotaging situations. not even realizing you're doing it until it's too late. But the thing is, you're coming to some kind of understanding because you're slowing down. You're realizing how you've been keeping yourself stuck with this false idea of being saved. You, in fact, are the savior you've been searching for. I sometimes reference this too in Harry Potter. Spoiler alert, at the end, he's the one who saves himself, not his dad. and you're like, oh, okay, I see how, like, this could be abandoning yourself, how you've continued to abandon yourself because of thinking that something or someone takes precedence over you somehow, or like subscribing to this idea that you don't have control over your life, and just the opposite is true. And you're like, oh, I see that now. And this is all because you're allowing yourself to slow down and gain a new perspective. Clear your head. Okay, good. That's good. Let's look at the tea leaf cards. Actually, let me get some water real quick. March. So, this is so people with Pisces sun, this could be your birth, something happening around your birthday. Maybe something did happen, maybe it's going to happen, or, let's see. Career. Oh. So something about your career, shifting, changing, taking off. Maybe it did back in March, or it's going to next March. Wow, May. Oh, that's funny. So we got 2 months of the year. And what's this one? Astral house. I don't know which. Oh, you know what? I can look. I just printed this out the other day. Which astral house is tied to career? Number 10. So your 10th house. So it might be worth looking at your birth chart and look at what's going on in your 10th house. If you know your rising sign, then that will help you to know what sign rules your 10th house. But anyway, we have March and then May. So something about your career happening between March and May. Again, maybe you're changing your career, or you're having some kind of understanding about something new you want to do. So that it could be that what we're talking about here is job related, how you make money, stuck in a dead end job, always doing the same things, working at a frantic pace, because what else are you going to do? Whether that's the expectation, you're trying to prove yourself, but it's like, this job isn't for you. You don't have time to rest. And so then you're like, maybe you're longing for like, my dream is to work from home, or my dream is to work for a company that is doing something beneficial in the world, or helping people or something, or doing a job that utilizes your skill set that you would actually enjoy doing. It can be any number of things. And so it could be that by longing for something, you get to the point where you decide to walk away because you're realizing that you're never going to get what you want, no matter how hard you try. It's this situation, this job, for example. It doesn't have to be a job, but, apply it as it fits. But once you come to this understanding, once you gain this new perspective of like, oh, I would be so much happier doing anything else, that is allowing you to slow down. That's allowing you to just spend more time like thinking about, well, what would I like? Surrendering to this new understanding. Okay, I give up. I can't work at this breakneck pace anymore. So, okay. So, where do we go from here? What next? I mean, here, let me get some cards from the numerology deck. Physical activity, 67. Maybe physical activity, creativity. I mean, in just about every reading, very few readings have not had the word creativity. Most of them have. In the last many weeks, I keep talking about it. Creativity keeps coming up over and over again. It could have to do, like, I think creativity is just, it's a part of this new collective momentum that is building, that is there's something about leaning in to doing something new, creating something new. I mean, we do have birth here. Maybe that for you, that involves physical activity. Maybe doing something physical helps to, get your brain, get your inspiration, get this, what am I trying to say? Those inspired, get those juices flowing, right? The inspiration, like, well, it's like you do something physical and it gets the blood pumping and you get more oxygen to your brain, and so you're feeling good, and then you have the endorphins and you have more blood in your brain and or oxygen, all the things, and you're like, oh yeah, I could do something new, something different. I could go in a new direction. I don't know. Or it could be that, like, let's say we're talking about a job. You're like, I would love a job where I'm more physically active. Maybe you sit on your butt all the time. You have like a desk job or something. Patience. Oh boy. Number 2. I mean, here you are flexing your patience muscle. Maybe you need to. Maybe you're, once you realize that you want something new, that you want to go in a new direction, you're like, I want this to happen now. But maybe you have to put in your 2 weeks. Maybe you have to spend some time, like, finding the next thing. You can't just leave, you still got bills to pay, so, be responsible, blah, blah, blah. But, like I found for me, once I've, like, pretty much every time I've put in my notice, those last 2 weeks are the hardest, because I'm like, I'm done now. I don't want to have to continue to come in. Okay. So let me get some cards from the Angel Tarot. Renewal. This is the Judgment again, Archangel Jeremiel. Review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. There it is. You're beyond the illusion of wherever you've been is the way to be, or it's where to stay. Favorable. Review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. And then we have Strength. Leo, Archangel Ariel. Oh, And it was pointed out to me, it's Leo season now, so happy birthday to all you Leos out there. I will be doing a birthday bonus. Yeah, birthday bonus reading for you guys at some point. For any Leos that are here. Great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. That great inner strength is kind of tied to this patience here. It's like you don't have to be patient, but it's what's on the menu. Kind of is what you gotta do. And so you're flexing that patience muscle. You're flexing all kinds of muscles here. Patience and physical activity. Great inner strength, release harsh judgments. Which is interesting with judgment here. Release harsh judgments. This is being, reviewing and assessing, but doing it kindly. Being kind to yourself. Forgiveness and compassion. Forgiveness of yourself, maybe, for not leaving sooner. For forgiving others where you might have thought someone was going to save you and they didn't. It's kind of releasing those expectations, realizing, again, it's taking accountability for yourself. And the Emperor, Archangel Michael, this is Aries energy, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. Maybe you are moving into a leadership position. Maybe you're breaking out, going out on your own. You're like doing, you're taking your side hustle to the next level. Or you're leaning into something here you're becoming the boss. Creating a new company, whatever. Structure and discipline. That which is tied to that patience. You have in order to rebuild, you have to have in order to be successful, really, you have to have all of those kind of pieces in place. Being logical, being organized. You are bossing up. You are. Okay. I said this for Aquarius, but it's like you, in a way, you might be reinventing yourself, coming home to yourself. Get some cards from the Oracle Tarot. And we got the Emperor again. Masculine influence and power. This also could be, say you change jobs and this is like your new boss or something. But this is also you bossing up. You being very firmly in your masculine power, which everyone has. That is that part of you that is able to take action. That not just able, but standing in your power, being the leader that you are, taking action, but not being on the merry-go-round from hell, going at a breakneck pace. This is very intentional action, very organized and logical, structured and disciplined, where you're actually getting somewhere. Unexpected help. 6 of Pentacles. It could be that you have somebody here who wants to hire you, who wants to mentor you, who wants to help you financially. I mean, it could also be like, say you're starting a new company and this is like, venture capitalist or, an angel investor, something like this. Put down your burden. 10 of Wands. Yeah, see, someone's coming in to help you. Someone in power, or someone's helping you to be in power so that you can drop the burden. So you can drop all of this nonsense. Yeah. You're being taken care of. It's like the universe is providing you with exactly what you need to go in this new direction. But it's because you have kind of shifted your perspective. You have put yourself in a clearer headspace, understanding that you would be better off somewhere else. And what does that look like? What does that mean to you? And once you're open to that, you're kind of surrendering to this idea that you need to stay somewhere. Now you're like, oh, all these possibilities are opening up to me. It's very exciting. And you're like, okay, I'm leaving. I'm dropping. I'm going in a new direction. Dropping the thing. It's not good for me. So this could be happening between March and May. Or you're going to come to a place where you can finally put down the burden, where you can finally leave because everything finally lines up. All right. I think that's good. I'm going to end with a card from this deck. A meme or a quote. It's one of my favorite quotes ever. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. Anais Nin. Yeah, you've been, the risk to remain tight in the bud is becoming painful, has been painful, very soon will be painful, to the point where it's like, it's time to blossom. It's time for you to step out of your comfort zone, to go in a new direction, to know that you are your own savior. You are the one you've been waiting for. And once you choose to rescue yourself, once you choose to step out in this new direction, then you are met. There is assistance along the way. It's confirmation from the universe. You will be taken care of. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah.